The Grand Rapids Griffins clinch the playoffs in 52 games.
Welcome to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast.
Welcome back to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast. We are a podcast brought to you by the Hockey Podcast Network, and we are sponsored by DraftKings. I am one of your hosts, Connor.
And I am the other host, Kyle. We're a show by fans for fans. We are not officially partnered with the Grand Rapids Griffins or Detroit Red Wings. We do this show as season ticket members looking to spread the news of the Grand Rapids Griffins. And today, we're here to tell you that your Grand Rapids Griffins have clinched the playoffs in 52 games, an incredible feat by the Griffins.
Yeah, this is the fastest ever done in franchise history, and it's been the first time since 1992. So, really crazy.
Yeah, absolutely amazing season to watch. Things just keep getting better. Griffins have come back to earth as of late in this month of February. Some hard games, and looks like the Central Division is starting to toughen up a little bit. So Grand Rapids Griffins are going to have to keep playing hard, stay on top.
So obviously all these players have played very well, but we do have to give credit to the people on top and the leadership that's put this group together. Like Dan Watson, head coach. Dan Watson has been amazing. He literally came in and turned this program around, and we are best team in the league. That's insane. From worst team in the league from when he was signed. So,
yeah, Dan Watson here, not missing a playoff since coming here to Grand Rapids. So that's 3 seasons straight for him. Keep that up. Just a good feeling knowing that you got a coach that will get you to the playoffs every year. It's a really good feeling to have, and he's proved that effortlessly so far. And got to give credit to the Red Wings players that came down at the beginning of the season. Got to give credit to the goalies and the prospects that have contributed along the way, like Lombardi and MBN. And yeah, it's a big, long road to the season, but I think most importantly, who we got to give credit to, that'll kind of move us to the pipeline movement section where we got to talk about Dominic Shine.
Yeah, Dominic Shine, he's kind of been the heart and the soul of the team all year. I've noticed every time he's not in the game or he's not playing, the team definitely suffers. He's clearly got a huge influence on the guys, and when he's around, everyone plays better. And when things happen, I think he controls them emotionally, and that's really hard to find in a captain. And he's been called up to the Red Wings.
Yeah, so good news for Dominic Shine as he gets the call up to go get hopefully some games in the winged wheel. I'm not sure what injury was really called out, but maybe they're just bringing him up for emergency. But hoping that Dominic Shine gets a game for the Red Wings here. We will welcome Shine back when we get the chance because, yeah, like Connor said, this team definitely looks a little bit lacking without Shine out there in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, he got his first game last year with the Red Wings, and he didn't look out of place at all, and I think he's a player that will definitely contribute up there.
Yeah, and I just want to say it again, a 21-goal season, that's his best in his career, and we're only halfway through the season here, so, again, every season Dominic Shine goes, he continues to get better, and now this is the second year in a row where the Red Wings want to give him a chance, so just great things all around. Love having this guy on whatever team in this organization. So, and then we got to talk about Jacob Truscott as well, getting the call up from the Toledo Walleye with a couple guys going down in Detroit and a couple guys moving up from the Grand Rapids Griffins. And just kind of good to see Jacob Truscott get a chance here playing some games mid-season.
Yeah, he's played pretty good down there in Toledo. Looks like he's played 40 games with 4 goals, 13 assists, and 17 points with a +5. So he's not lacking defensively. I feel like coming up to GR, I think he's played pretty good except for his size. You can kind of notice he's a smaller guy. Me and Kyle were kind of talking about that earlier. But he does what he needs to do. He's played 8 games here in Grand Rapids. He's got 0 goals, 3 assists, 3 points with a +3. So still good defensively. And yeah, I think he could do really good. I just feel like he's been kind of pushed out of the roster this year. I think next year he'll probably have more of a role on the Griffins. And I could probably see him getting sent down to the Toledo Walleye after a couple games here once again.
Yeah, and comparatively, he's a guy with a Grand Rapids contract. So is Nicholas Andrews, who is also playing for the Toledo Walleye. Nicholas Andrews has 50 games played down there in Toledo, and he has 15 points. So it looks like Jacob Truss found a way to contribute more offensively, and he has shown that as well here in Grand Rapids. So good to see that, and that's all the player movement we have for today. We can move on to our game scores for the last couple games for the Griffins. A matchup, a winning Wednesday in Grand Rapids versus the Manitoba Moose. That would have been February 25th. And this one was a overtime loss, 3-2. It's kind of an interesting end of the game here for sure.
Yeah, Amadeus Lombardi was going for a third overtime winner, which would have broke a record. And then Michael Brantz-Niegaard had the two Griffins goals, and he was trying to get a hat trick. So it kind of seemed like they were both trying to score out there. And I feel like Amadeus Lombardi held on to it a little too long, and it kind of got away from him, and it kind of got bundled up there, and then the puck came out.
Yeah,
just win it there.
Just overtime. Kind of a bad backwards pass at the blue line, and it goes straight in the hands of the Moose. And Moose were kind of burning Costa on the 2-on-1s here bad, but unfortunately, a really strong game by Costa, but just some really strong chances left open for the Moose here, and they capitalized.
Yeah, I believe that was the last winning Wednesday, too. I believe that there's another Wednesday game, but there's not another one after. So there's no more winning Wednesdays.
Yeah, and I agree with you. It did look like Lombardi and MBM were both kind of fighting for that last goal there. I know Shine touched the puck for half a second. He shot that thing like, get this puck on net, guys. Come on. So moving into Friday night, where we had the Iowa Wild in town in Grand Rapids at the Van Andel Arena again. And the Griffins managed to kind of mess this one up too. Not the best game for the Griffins in this 3-2 loss, as kind of seemed like we were stuck in our defensive zone all night. Postavo was out there scrambling for his goal crease all night, and it seemed like we couldn't clear the puck out of our zone. So a good night by Michael Brantz-Niegaard gets another goal, kind of keeping his hot streak going. So, but other than that, not the best game of the year for the Grand Rapids Griffins. What do you got to say about it, Connor?
Yeah, I feel like there's a real big lack of effort here in this game, to be honest. I feel like the team kind of there should have been more energy for clinching that playoff spot. Understanding we still clinched the playoffs, but we could have guaranteed clinch with a win, and that would have been ideal, or at least get it to overtime. I just feel like we played a third period game. I thought we could just come back and win it, but we didn't. Couldn't get the puck on the net at all night. Every chance we had got blocked up or scrambled up. We just didn't have. There's a lot of second guessing all game, and we got to straighten that up. We're playing the worst team in the league. It's just unacceptable to lose that way.
Yeah, I agree. Just not a great game. Iowa Wild, they've been pesky on us all year, and it was just another one of those type of games, and they finally got away with a win on us here. So just the best team in the league versus the worst team in the league, and couldn't kind of manage a win there. Not a good look. And I hope this is the time of year where the Griffins are just throwing guys in there, figuring things out, trying to make sure things work for when their team is back full ready and ready to push for that end of the season playoff run.
And there is going to be more time for that kind of thing if we can continue winning right now and get that home playoff advantage sealed, clinched, and then we can mess around then. And we can keep our good guys fresh for the playoffs and not get Amadeus Lombardi injured out there on the last game of the
right.
That's a key thing, is not getting these dudes injured. Get Carter Mazer in there. That's the time to get Carter Mazer going without getting him injured. Get him ready for the playoffs, because We haven't got to see a lot of Carter Mazer in the playoffs. We did that first year. He looked great. So he led the team for a while there to start the year. He came in, played like 5 games, and he had good amount, like 5.
Yeah, back when it was him and Casper versus Milwaukee, they were an elite force, and it'd be good to see Mazer back out here for the Griffins. I agree. The Grand Rapids Griffins will have another matchup with the Iowa Wild here Saturday for Princess Night. Probably catch you up on that one, give you a summary on our next episode. So we can move along into our stats, standings, and cover what's going on for the Griffins.
So the Central Division standings, the Grand Rapids Griffins are the first team to clinch the playoffs. So they got the cool X by their name. The Griffins' record is 48-3-1. They have 84 points, and they're in first place of the Central Division. Second place, we have the Chicago Wolves with 63 points. Third place, we have the Manitoba Moose with 53 points. In fourth place, we have the Texas Stars with 52 points. Fifth place, we have the Milwaukee Admirals with 47 points. The playoffs started today. This is what those top 5 teams would make the playoffs. And the Rockford Ice Hogs in 6th place with 42 points, and the Iowa Wild, 7th place with 39 points, would not make the playoffs. So that's the division. And Griffins are really far up there still, about 20 points away from the Wolves.
Yeah, and Iowa Wild winning their last 4 games straight. They'll have a chance to go 5 games straight against Grand Rapids Griffins this Saturday, so we'll see how that goes for them. They are slowly rising, trying to catch the Rockford Ice Hogs, and they are not too far behind the Milwaukee Admirals, so anything could happen still. That middle bunch is still bound together pretty tight. We'll see who breaks free and who can pull from the bottom. So Central Division standings getting interesting at the end of the year here.
Yeah, in all reality, 39 isn't that far away from
52.
47 or 52 or 53 where the Manitoba even is at. Yeah, it's not over for anyone, but for the Iowa to win, they would really have to pull a pretty significant win streak to get to that level, but it's possible. So
don't count them out yet.
Yeah, hockey's still there. Things are getting crazy.
So we can go to Griffins point leaders now, where John Leonard's still leading this team in first place with 40 points. Then we got Dominic Shine in second place with 37 points. In third place, we got Sheldon Dreiss with 34 points. In fourth place, you got Michael Brand-Signigaard with 31 points, tied with Amadeus Lombardi. Also 31 points. That's your top 5 for Grand Rapids points.
So for our goals, we have John Leonard still in first place with 26. Dominic Shine, 21, second. Edwards Trelmax, 18 in third. Sheldon Dreiss tied with Edward Trelmax for third. And then in fifth place, Michael Branson-Negard with 13 goals.
Then we'll cover the assist leaders today. We got Amadeus Lombardi on top with 22 assists. Eric Gustafson, still after not playing since almost January, has 18. Michael Brand-Signigaard also has 18, so those two tied for second place. Sheldon Dreiss in fourth place, tied with Andre Becker for 16. So that's your top 5 in assists.
We're going to go over our plus minus, kind of our defensive guys. We got number 1, we got William Legason with a plus 26. In second place, we have Dominic Shine with a plus 25. Third place, we have Ian Mitchell with a plus 23. Fourth place, tied with Ante Tuamisto and Edward Trelmax with 19 points each, tied for fourth place.
Yeah, so plus minus is a 5-on-5 stat. Everyone just keep in mind that's your contribution. If you are on the ice when the other team scores, it's a minus. And if you are on the ice 5-on-5 when your team scores, it's a plus. So William Legason remaining plus 26 and leading this team now 2 years in a row. Pretty great stuff there for our plus minus leading defenseman. Then we'll cover the Grand Rapids Griffins goalies. We have, starting with the goals against average, Sebastian Kosa is our only qualified goalie with a 1.99 goals against average. Qualified being playing over 1,020 minutes.
And you have your unqualified goalies. You have Calder, who has been on Toledo for a while now, with a 1.57. Some great numbers from him when he came up. While Pastava was injured and Kosa was injured. You got, then third place, you got Michael Pastava, who's been the backup for Kosa for the majority of this season with a 1.80. So great numbers by all of these goalies here.
And then we'll cover the save percentage as well, where Sebastian Kosa, again, the qualified goalie, has a .928 save percentage. Carter Geiliner has a .943 save percentage, and Michael Pastava has a .935. So again, very, very good numbers for all these goaltenders here. Michael Pastava, since returning, has been incredible and absolutely been a stellar backup, and great to see him out there when he's out there. All right, so that's your a look at your Grand Rapids goalies. We can move into our DraftKings ad.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, is built for the fastest game on ice. With player props, live betting, every shift, every shot, every save gives you options to get in on the game with DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers bet $5, and if your bet wins, you get $200. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook and use code XXX. That's code XXX to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-880-PDNY or text HOPDNY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpd.com. On behalf of Boonville Casino in Kansas. Waiver tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. Penalty 1+ in most states. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer. Copyright 2026 NHL. All rights reserved.
Now we're going to get into our hot and cold segment. This segment, we like to pick a player who is fiery hot, a player who's been on fire, who's exceeding expectation. And we like to talk to about a player who is cold, who is kind of not living up to expectation, who could be doing better. And a random number generator till we match a jersey number with one of our Griffins players, and then we'll kind of talk about that player. So, Kyle, who is hot?
Well, it is none other than MBN Michael Brandtzig-Nygaard. In the last 8 games, he has 7 points. He has 5 goals with 2 assists. He's been putting the puck in the back of the net, and that's exactly why the Red Wings drafted him. He's been physical. He's been on that forecheck. Now that Dominic Shine has been called up to the Detroit Red Wings, it looks like he's getting some time with Amadeus Lombardi. That has been fun to watch.
Yeah, and both high-end Detroit Red Wings prospects playing together is always good, building chemistry for maybe the future up in Detroit. Michael Brandtzig-Nygaard, been real impressive. Definitely on a tear, getting 2 goals in 1 game. Him and Amadeus Lombardi could also be hot right now. He was actually our earning your wings last week, so that's kind of a little bit above hot, I'd say.
Yeah, and would be a little redundant to talk about him again this week, so absolutely talk about Michael Brandtzig-Nygaard, the guy who's putting the puck in the net.
Yeah.
So 47 games played for MBN. He's got 13 goals, 18 assists for 31 points. He's got a chance to compete with Jonathan Berggren if he can heat up by the end of the season. Jonathan Berggren put up that stellar rookie season for the Grand Rapids Griffins back in, I want to say, 2022. We had 64 points. It's been a minute since we've had a rookie that's really kind of competed with those numbers, but I think Brandtzig-Nygaard's got a chance if he can really step up his game, get on fire. Michael Brandtzig could really kind of get up there and reach those numbers as well. So
yeah, the most for a rookie ever.
So we're looking here just slightly after the midpoint of the season. He's about halfway of what Berggren had, so he'd really have to step it up, but something to watch out for.
He doesn't make many mistakes. He does sometimes, but everybody does. I can highlight his shot. His shot's amazing. He's good at knocking dudes down, too. He's kind of got like that Shine potential. Him and Shine played on a line for a lot of times this year, and I think he learned a thing or two from Shine, and I can see it going through. And he's kind of got a bigger body than Shine and bigger shot. He's not the biggest guy ever, but he uses that body hard, and he plays like a hardcore guy that can score. That's what the Red Wings need.
I'll agree. He's got very aggressive right-handed one-timer, and it's been very helpful on this kind of struggling power play. So, yeah, Michael Brands and Nygaard looking good out there. Stay hot, continue to get better.
Now we're going to get into cold. We're not slandering any player, trying to be bad at any player. We just would like to see them do a little better. So we have Justin Hall today for cold. He started the season really hot down here. He played like an absolute stud. You couldn't complain. Through November through December, he was plus 16. And then through January and February, just recently, he's been -4. The motivation's died down. He hasn't been playing as good.
Yeah, and a couple artificial call-ups to the Red Wings, so no real game time up in Detroit. Maybe a little bit of a mental struggle there, but I think moral of the story, the whole team struggled a little bit with we've talked about it with adding some of the players that have been injured coming in and a couple players going out, moving up to the Red Wings up and down. But yeah, Justin Hall just being one of the veterans that was such a standout early in the season with Gustafsson and Ian Mitchell and showing what he could do down here. It just seems like it's kind of taken a step back. He's slowed down. Like he's been -4 for January and February. It's kind of showed. Just seems like he hasn't been competing with the likes of the other defensemen since. Like William has stepped it up big time over the last couple games. Tuomisto's been putting pucks in the net and creating all sorts of opportunities in the offensive zone. And Justin Hall just seems to have taken a step back. He's like 4th, 5th, and 6th in all stats for defensemen.
Yeah, he was really on top of those stats to start the year. Like we've said in January through February, he's really fallen off. But he's played 40 games for the Griffins. He's got 2 goals, 11 assists, with 13 points and a plus 17 still. So his numbers are still good right now. He could turn it around and still have a stellar season here in the AHL. But if he keeps doing bad, his numbers will drop quickly because a lot of that cushion he's had has been wasted away through February, January.
Yeah, and he's obviously a guy that could play in the NHL easily. He's got the experience. He's very disciplined. He's only got like 10 penalty minutes on the season. He's definitely a veteran player. He's very professional, and a lot of teams need that. So looking come trade deadline, he might be a guy that goes out. You never know. So, but again, Justin Hall obviously could step it back up and be a key contributor for the rest of the season. So
we're going to do a random player generator.
So we are going to dial up number 51, and we can talk about Austin Watson. There's quite a bit to talk about with Austin Watson.
Yeah, Austin Watson was actually like in 5th place with goals recently. I think he just got passed by Michael Branson Nygaard to back in 6th place, but he had like 11 goals. Looking really good there. Still maintaining that leadership ability. You could tell he was a lot happier with Nate Danielson came back.
With Austin Watson, he's done what he's needed to do all year. He's been contributing. I feel like he has played the leadership role. I think at some points you got to look at the penalty minutes with Austin Watson here. He's acquired quite a few of them over the last month or so. So he's got that weekend against the Charlotte Checkers. He's got a 36 minute weekend, and then he comes back to the next weekend to play in Van Andel in Texas and gets another 12 minutes worth of penalty minutes. And then a lot of them are misconducts, abusing the officials and stuff that, really fun to watch in a hockey perspective and a fan perspective. Got to question the team. He's absolutely stepping up for his team. So he's absolutely hot in the physical and in the enforcer aspect, but it seems like he's having not one of the best performances as far as points in his career. It seems like he's taken a step back as far as points. He is still, like Connor said, he's still getting a lot of goals. The 11 goals still looking good there, but it seems like he's taken a step back with the assists and with the plus minus, especially here.
He's played 44 games, 11 goals, 9 assists, 20 points, +2. So he is not the best defensively at all times.
Yeah, but like we said, it's the enforcement that comes with him. Keeps the head on the shoulders for the rest of the team. So he's definitely been the sheriff out there for the last 2 years now, and he continues to play that role. So,
and dudes like Nate Danielson and these younger guys feel a lot safer when they know Austin Watson's there on the ice with them.
Now, the other team might say otherwise. Good to talk about Austin Watson, the Michigan native. Got to mention him as much as we can. Sometimes he gets missed out because he's not a big, flashy prospect anymore, but
he was.
Yeah, once upon a time, he was that first-round pick for the Nashville Predators. So, and he's had some really good seasons in the AHL in the past, and he's played a lot of time in the NHL. So, gotta, show a little gratitude to this guy spending all his time down here in Grand Rapids for us.
Gotta love him. So that should wrap up that segment, and we can move into our Griffins earning their wings. In this segment, we like to talk about Griffins who are earning their Red Wings. They can either earn them. We talk about Griffins who have earned them on their quest in the NHL, or we talk about Griffins who are about to earn them. In today's case, we're going to be talking about Dominic Shine. Dominic Shine getting a call up, as we mentioned earlier, by the Detroit Red Wings. Actually looking like he might actually be playing this time, not just for a practice like he was like last week. He got called up. Yeah, during the Olympics, he got called up for a practice, him and Dries.
Yeah, Dominic Shine at 32 years of age, really just coming to it in his hockey career. I mean, they did just already offered him the contract extension earlier this year. He's
2 years. 2-year contract.
So he's got a contract extension announced earlier this year. He's the team captain this year. He made it to the All-Star. He's literally having the best season of his career at 32 years old, and now he's going to get another call up to the Red Wings. I mean, you got to love it. The story behind Dominic Shine continues, and his son Cooper gets to see a little more of it now that he's getting a little older too, and I'm sure that's great for him and his family.
Yeah, and Dominic Shine has so much spirit more than anyone else. I mean, you can tell when Dominic Shine is not playing out there on the Griffins. Dominic Shine's gone. The team ain't quite tight quarters as they usually are. They're not quite perfect like they are when Dominic Shine's out there. Dominic Shine gets them into gear. He helps direct the whole team. He's almost like a coach that's a player. Everyone looks up to him, and he's a hometown guy too.
What gets me is his ability to still perform and showcase his strength and speed. He's not the fastest guy, but man, when he wants the puck and he's going to race you for it, he'll probably beat you there. He's been lethal on the forecheck this year, just absolutely forcing a ton of turnover at the blue line, creating key 2-on-1s. Just a lot of the goals have resulted from Dominic Shine. That's why he is second on the team in points. That just goes to show you Dominic Shine's just had a great season for his career, and just got to keep wishing the best for this guy as his numbers just continue to go up. And I hope he goes to Detroit and puts one right in the net for him.
Yeah, he was not out of place last year when he went up there. He looked really good. It's just there's other guys who are younger who are going to be around longer. Obviously, being captain of the Griffins, he's heart and soul of the Griffins. So he'll always be a reliable call-up for the Red Wings if they ever need him. But he'll most likely be the captain of the Griffins for the remainder of his career, hopefully.
Yeah, we hope. Of course, we would hope that. I mean, at this point, there's no one else I'd want doing the job. So,
all right. So that should wrap up Red Wings earning their wings. Let's get into our AHL stats for those who care about the AHL. So in the latest AHL news, we have Grand Rapids Griffins clinching the first playoff spot of the year.
that's the real news.
That's the biggest news. You got the Coachella Valley Firebirds, Tyson Juggernaut, the rookie, really destroying for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. And you have Terrell Bauer suspended for 2 games in a elbow injury versus Iowa on February 22nd. So not a lot of crazy stuff going on, mainly the Griffins clinching. A couple cool things. Last year's player of the week was William Stromham from the Calgary Wranglers with 3 games played, 3 goals, 3 assists, and 6 points with a +6. So that's your last week's AHL player of the week. Let's get into the stats.
We'll start with the AHL standings. Top 10 of the AHL. Grand Rapids Griffins on top, clinching the playoffs. As aforementioned, 84 points for the Griffins. In second place, we have the Providence Bruins with 79 points. In third place, we have the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins with 77 points. In fourth place, we have the Laval Rocket with 73 points. In fifth place, we have the Ontario Reign with 70 points. In sixth place, we have the Colorado Eagles with 69 points. In seventh place, we have a 4-way tie between the Syracuse Crunch, Charlotte Checkers, San Jose Barracuda, and Bakersfield Condor, all with 64 points.
Yeah, it's a crazy year. We're past the halfway point. We're in the final parts of it. And yeah, just a crazy time so far. The playoff primer has actually just recently been released, and we can take a look at that real fast.
Yeah, Griffins being the only team clinched so far. I believe the Bruins will be shortly behind the Providence Bruins. The Providence Bruins with 79 points should be steadily rising.
Yeah, and if the season were to end today for the Central Division, you would have the first 3 teams, the Griffins, the Wolves, and the Manitoba Moose, all for a bye week. The Texas Stars and the Milwaukee Admirals, the 4th place and 5th place team, they would play a best 2 of 3. Then the winner of that game would play the 1st place team, which right now would be the Griffins. The Griffins would play a best 3 out of 5 series. And then the 2nd place and 3rd place team would play a best 3 out of 5 series. The 2 winners of those games would play, and then it would go to the conference final, and then to the AHL Calder Cup championship. So yeah, Griffins have home field advantage all the way if it were to end today. So that's really good if you're a Griffins fan, and because home field advantage means you're going to get those desired timetables on the weekend for the home team to come in, unlike the undesirable Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday crowd, which isn't very great.
Yeah, let's just hope the Van Andel Arena has slightly better plans now that the Griffins have clinched this far ahead of time. So we'll talk about the AHL player stats now. We'll go to points around the league first. So AHL points, we have Laurent Dauphin on top from the Laval Rocket with 56 points. In second place, we have Jacob Pelletier from the Syracuse Crunch with 53 points. We have Alex Bear-Boulette from the Colorado Eagles with 52 points. Arthur Kalaev in 4th place from the Belleville Senators with 51 points. Then we have a 3-way tie between Alex Belzile from the Laval Rocket, Logan Morrison from the Coachella Valley Firebird, and Connor Geeky from the Syracuse Crunch, all with 49 points.
So we'll get on to goals. We have Arthur Kalayev from the Bellevue Senators in first place with 30 goals. Second place, we have John Leonard from the Grand Rapids Griffins with 26. So we have a three-way tie. For third place, we have Alex Belials from the Lavelle Rocket, Isaac Rosen from the Rochester Americans, Dylan Duke from the Syracuse Crunch, all with 25 goals.
And we'll talk AHL goalies, where today we'll organize them by wins. Sebastian Kosa leading the league with wins with 23. He has a save percentage of .928 and a goals against average of 1.99. In second place, we have Michael DiPietro with 22 wins, a save percentage of 0.938, and a goals against average of 1.76. In third place, we have Sergei Murashev with 20 wins, tied with Cooper Black. So Murashev from the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins with a save percentage of 0.924 and a goals against average of 2.13. And then Cooper Black with a goals against average of 2.53 and a save percentage of 0.904. And then Ivan Fedorov in fifth place from the Cleveland Monsters with 19 wins. He has a save percentage of 0.890 and a goals against average of 2.80. So that's your top 5 AHL goalies for wins. And that should wrap us up for our AHL talk. We will move into the penalty box.
This is the final segment of every episode. We like to end it on a fun note. We like to take the biggest idiot of the week and throw them into the penalty box and the sin bin for a 2-minute minor, 4-minute double minor, 5-minute game, 5-minute major, or a game misconduct. Kyle, who are you throwing into the penalty box?
All right, so for my penalty box today, good old Brady Tkachuk, Mr. Goonies, man. He's getting 2-minute minor for actually talking himself into the penalty box after getting smoked by Simon Edvinsson in the Detroit Red Wings versus Ottawa Senators game. Then Cousins came to Brady Tkachuk's help, so Edvinsson had to scrap with Cousins. They go to the box. And then Brady Tkachuk's yelling through the glass over the officials at Edvinsson, having just a good old conversation for about 30 seconds as the ref plops him in there for a extra 10-minute major. So just some funny stuff there as Brady Tkachuk talks himself into the penalty box. So there you go. 2-minute minor from my end too.
Yep, 2-minute for me. So have fun in the sin bin, Brady Tkachuk.
He's used to it.
Yep. So I don't know. So for my penalty box, I don't know if this is how legit this is, but apparently Russia's at war with Ukraine, I think, and apparently they're in enemy territory, and Ukraine orders Elon Musk to shut down the Starlink internet, and apparently the Russia crews couldn't identify their own crew without the internet, and everything got confused, and they started firing against each other. So that's just that's crazy. I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, that's absolutely insane. I'm just throwing all the war in the world. I'm just sick of all the war in the world. I'm a peace and love guy. Just hoping the world can get better and people can quit fighting. Peace and love. 5-minute major for even being at war at all.
Yeah, I hear you. Friendly fire, that is some crazy stuff. It just shows you how dependent on the internet we really are.
Yeah, that's the other 5-minute major, is how dependent we are on the internet. You're firing on your own team. That's insanity. But yeah, have fun in the box, and that should pretty much wrap us up for this episode. So that should pretty much wrap us up for this episode. You can come see us down at the Ada Extravaganza on March 7th, Saturday, 10:30 to 11:30. We're doing a hockey demo. We got a goalie you can shoot at. Come win some prizes. We're also giving away a signed Nate Danielson puck 2 Griffins Pipeline hat trick hats and a pair of Griffins ticket to a grand prize winner. You come over to our booth and enter our raffle, and you can get set in that drawing. We draw at 11:30 at the end of our demo, so come on down for the hour and come shoot at our goalie, win some prizes. Go explore the other 90 local business booths in the whole thing, the Ada Extravaganza, and come talk hockey. Just hang out, have fun, and enter your chance to win that giveaway.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Hockey's been fun this year, so feel free to come down, check out our booth, chat it up, take a shot at the goalie. It's really fun. So,
yeah, that's at Ada Christian School. So check that out, Ada Forest Hills Extravaganza.
Yeah, so next week we got a couple games lined up. Looks like we'll have Rockford Ice Hogs coming to the Van Andel March 4th. And then we will have a away matchup Friday, Saturday in Cleveland Monsters down in Cleveland. So this Wednesday will be the last of the winning Wednesdays. I believe if we do win, they will probably give out tickets to the Rise game, I would imagine, or a Gold game, one of the two. So it won't be worth nothing. So at least save your ticket stub for that. But other than that, yeah, Griffins are going to line up. Looks like a big March ahead. So then it'll be about a week off until the next matchup in Milwaukee.
Yeah, we're entering the final 2 months. The trade deadline is fastly approaching. So a lot could happen in short time, but we'll keep you updated, and we'll see you next week. Go Griffins.
Yep, we have 6 home games left, so get down to the Van. Don't miss it. Go Griffins.
Thank you for listening to the Griffins Pipeline podcast. If you enjoyed the show, give us a 5-star review. We are part of the Hockey Podcast Network. We are not partnered with the Grand Rapids Griffins, Detroit Red Wings, or Toledo Walleye. We are not experts. We are just die-hard fans looking to make a community with others alike. Let's go Griffins Nation. Join the fun, like, and follow us on Facebook and X. Or call into the show and have your opinion heard 1-616-319-1175. Thank you. Grand Rapids Griffins, Toledo Walleye, and Detroit Red Wings. Players, coaches, websites, and social media. Thank you AHL.com, NHL.com, ETL.com, EliteProspects.com, and anyone else putting out information on the teams. Until next time, go Griffins. Go Red Wings, go Walleye.